My favourite Pokemon from the original Pokemon games is Blastoise, and I'm glad to say that Blastoise EX from Pokemon 151 is actually very strong. It's a 330 HP Stage 2 Water-type Pokemon with the ability Solid Shell, meaning that we take 30 less damage from each attack that we receive, meaning that we effectively have 360 HP, a number that not many Pokemon in the game can reach in a single hit. And on top of that, we also have a very powerful attack. For 2 water energy, we have the attack Twin Cannons, dealing 140 damage times the amount of water energy that we discard from our hand up to 2. That means that Blastoise EX with 2 energy in hand will be able to deal 280 damage and knock out almost every Pokemon in the game, including those pesky VSTARs. Now, we can obviously power this up by using the ever popular and ever powerful Origin form Palkia VSTAR. Its Star Portal VSTAR power means that we can accelerate up to 3 water energy from the discard pile to our water Pokemon in any way we like. Putting 2 of those onto a Blastoise gives us enough energy to attack, whilst also setting up a fresh one on the bench. We can also utilize Subspace Swell as well. That means we're going to be able to deal 60 plus 20 for every benched Pokemon on ours and our opponent's side of the field. That can reach some pretty significant numbers for 2 energy too. Beyond that, the list is relatively simple. You can see it up on the screen. You can also check it out down in the description. One card that I'm a big fan of and that I'm looking forward to playing is Letter of Encouragement. It's not necessarily been a super popular card, and it will be outclassed when we see the new set Paradox Rift. But in the meantime, once we've had a Pokemon knocked out, we can search our deck for up to 3 basic energies, attach one of them to a Blastoise, then discard 2 of them to do 280. It seems like a pretty solid combo. We're going to take Blastoise EX out onto the ladder and see if we can't get a win with it. This deck is genuinely strong, but it's probably not a tier 1 deck. If you want to copy it along, then as I mentioned, it's in the description. Otherwise, like, subscribe, etc. We'll get a game, see how we go. Live time, and we are in a game here up against Lost Box or Lost Tina. I'm not entirely sure which one just yet. Our opponent has played down a Comfey and is about to start flower selecting, so we will wait and see what we can find. They've already played down a Manaphy, so our Greninja is not going to be super strong, and our hand is looking pretty good. We've got a Squirtle, we've got a Research, we've got an Ultra Ball, we've got pretty much all the things that we need to get a solid turn 1 here. Just have to hope that our opponent doesn't have a very strong start. Lost Box is very difficult for us to deal with, and it's our turn, so that's going to be good. Off we go. 2 energy. We can start off with a bench of the Squirtle. I think concealed cards is probably a good idea here as well. You never know, we might draw into something good, and something good we do indeed draw into. We've got Squirtle and Nest Ball here, so we can grab ourselves down a Palkia with that Nest Ball. Let's just double check. Do we have access to all the cards that we want? We do, or at least for the moment we do. Let's go for an Irida. We can grab ourselves a Manaphy to stop a potential Greninja from our opponent, and we can also just grab another Nest Ball if we want, or we could grab a rare candy to go with that Ultra Ball. I'm just going to grab a Nest Ball. We're going to set up a board. We're going to get the Bidoof down. We're going to bench the Manaphy, and then we can attach an energy and move on with our life. I'm pretty happy with this board setup. Like, I don't think you can have a better start than that. And then next turn we do have the Ultra Ball. We can go into a Palkia VSTAR if we need to. And we also have the Research, so we'll be able to use Professor's Research to draw a bunch of cards. We might even choose to search out the Bibarel as well. So we'll wait and see. This deck does have a lot of strengths, but its big weakness is the fact that it is a Stage 2 attacking deck. So you are going to need to make sure that you find the rare candies at the right time, and hopefully we can manage to do that. The issue we're going to find is that Lost Box can put a lot of pressure on. Looks like we're playing against Lost Tina though, so maybe not that big of a deal. One thing though, we do need to watch out for that Giratina VSTAR's VSTAR power. It will take a knockout on a Blastoise in a single hit, even though it has 360 effective HP, so we need to be careful. I've got something in my eye over here, and I've just looked across at my OBS, and I've realized that I'm sitting ever so slightly off the screen. That's okay. All of these things are to be solved through the power of televisual programming. Let's see what else we can do here. Is there anything else? Look, there's a cricket bat in the corner there. I'll just fix that up. There we go. There's nothing quite like being formally organised. Okay, our Giratina's in the active, and that's impressive. Now, we've got a stadium here. I think I'm just going to rip this research. Sucks to have drawn the rare candy, but, I mean, we've drawn into another one here. Hopefully we can draw into an attacker, though, because this hand is actually not that good. We do find an Ultra Ball, so we are in a good spot in the sense that we can at least attack. Let's get rid of this Bidoof and this Palkia, and we can grab ourselves the Palkia VSTAR. There are 2 energy in the discard pile. Probably should have discarded the energy from the Ultra Ball, but we'll just attach it to the Greninja and retreat here, and I'll do the job. We'll retreat into the Palkia, and then we can use the ability Star Portal here to try and get some attacking going. I'm going to spread these energies around, and then Subspace Swell here. 60 plus 20 for every bench Pokemon on our side of the field and our opponents is 220. It's perfect maths to take that Giratina knockout, and hopefully we can get some good prizes. We do. We get the Irida, which means Ultra Ball and Blastoise are both available to us next turn, as long as we don't get Ionoed, Roxanne, etc. We can't get Roxanne, so not worried about that. Iono is the big threat. Now, whilst my opponent is playing out the turn, I am going to say a couple of disclaimers. If you have been watching the channel for a long time, then you will know that I am prone to disappear at long periods at a time. I am no longer going to apologise for that. I'm just going to do it if I need to, because the last 2 months, when I've not been feeling playing Pokemon, it was the best thing that I could have done, and if I had have kept going, I would have hated the game even more than I already did at the time. I just needed to take a break, so I'm not going to apologise for doing that anymore. What I am going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to put out videos whenever I want to put them out, and I'm going to put them out in as much volume as I feel is appropriate, because I'm sick of trying to keep to a schedule. I'm sick of competing with all these other YouTubers. Ultimately, whoever watches the videos, just come in, enjoy yourselves. That's all I really care about. I'll keep going in a second, but we'll very quickly just Irida for Ultra Ball and Blastoise here. Well, to be fair, we could get the letter. I don't think we need to, though. I'm going to turn these 2 Squirtles into 2 Blastoise EXs. I really like this. Let's Greninja away. Oh, actually, we should Energy Search first. Let's Greninja away one of these energies here, and then give ourselves another chance to find a Blastoise. There is a Blastoise off of the Greninja. Double Blastoise in play. Look at this. We can attach to one of those if we want to, or we can even just hold the energy. I like attaching and then taking another knockout and going 3 prizes to 5 in front. This is a good time. I think we could find ourselves in a position here where we win this game, especially if our opponent is forced to play down another Giratina. If they do that, then we'll be in a good spot. But as I was saying, I'm going to put them out whenever I want. What I used to do is I used to have every single Pokemon YouTuber subscribed. And so in my subscription list, I would see oh, we've got the police here. Hope you can't hear that. Every single Pokemon TCG YouTuber was in my subscription feed. And so every day I would get up and I'd look at everyone's stuff and I'd see what everyone's doing. And there are so many amazing Pokemon TCG creators out there. It's sometimes really tough, because you see other people doing really well, and you go, man, I wish I was as good as these people. Like, I wish I had the skill or the talent or the editing ability or whatever it might be, that I could go out and you know, be as successful as them. And I kind of lost sight of the fact that I have 23,000 subscribers and I shouldn't be complaining about that kind of stuff. I was kind of getting a bit of imposter syndrome. So what I have done is I have unsubscribed to every single person that does Pokemon TCG content, so that I only see the ones that I would watch regularly, which has been Roxanne, which sucks because I like my hand. So I only see the ones that I would watch regularly, and then that means that I only really see videos if I'm watching them. It's less about seeing the decks and stuff that come out and then going, man, these people are getting so many views, and then feeling so negative and all that kind of stuff, which is part of the problem. So we're going to, why did they pass? Anyway, we're going to win this game now because they passed. We can pretty much just hold this hand, I think. I should probably... No, we can just hold this hand. We'll just take a knockout. I should probably have done something, like searched for a... Irrited for a Lumineon or something like that. That could have been a play, but, you know, I'm not too worried. It's not what this video is about anymore. It's about me. The video's about me. So yeah, I'm going to put out videos whenever I want to. I'm going to try and do it every day. I can't guarantee that it's going to happen. I'm going to put out videos that I want to put out, so I'm not going to care about views as much anymore, because it's so dang difficult to keep your head on the ground when you're looking at those numbers all the time. And also, one thing that I am going to stop doing, which I'm not happy about, this is the one thing that I have to do to keep my sanity, is I'm going to stop looking at the comments to my videos as much. The reason for that is I will see 100 positive comments and 2 negative ones, and it'll bring me down for the whole day. And I can't let that happen. I can't allow myself to be in a position where that is happening to me regularly, because that's one of the biggest things that brought down my mental health, and so I need to get away from all of that. So if you are commenting, I really genuinely appreciate it. I do read them. I read them all, but I'm not going to be replying to every single one like I used to, and that really sucks, because that was the thing that I kind of felt set me apart, is that I was an actual human being that you could speak to and ask questions of. You can still ask questions, go for it, and hopefully there are a bunch of amazing people in the community that I've built, and the people that are watching my videos that will be able to help you. But yeah, I personally may not respond anymore, just because it means that I don't have, I just don't have the same kind of, I don't have the same skin in the game, if it makes sense. So yeah, that's part of the issue here. Let's switch into the Palkia, or yeah, the Palkia seems fine. And then I can Irida now. We can go for that Lumineon if we want it. And I can also grab something like Energy Retrieval, or even Superior Energy Retrieval. I can actually grab the letter now and just grab the energies straight out of the deck, which I like the sound of. So I'll do that. We'll just grab a couple. Let's just get 2. I'll leave. Oh, no, we get 3. I could leave 2 in the deck just in case we get Ionoed, but you know what? If I get Ionoed, it doesn't matter. And I can draw a couple of cards here with Greninja anyway. And now I've got Superior Energy Retrieval, so I can attach to the Blastoise, and then we're going to be good to go. We can just take the knockout. We're going to win this game, which is great. And I've been able to win the game even whilst talking to you about the things that are going on in life. So I feel like, if anything, that's an advertisement for how strong Blastoise can be. The fact that I don't necessarily have to pay 100% attention, and all will end up going well. But yeah, so there's some down low for you as a viewer, as a loyal viewer. If you are a loyal viewer and you do love the stuff that I'm putting out, I'm going to try and do my best to do it. I want to do more of the stuff that I used to do. I want to do more of the funny stuff, the little intros, the little skits, those kinds of things I really enjoyed, but I just stopped doing them because, I don't know, I watched a video from Andrew Mahone who got 100,000 views and I was like, why is this not happening for me? Because things don't just happen, mate. They don't just happen. You gotta actually try. You gotta be successful in your own way, and that's fine. We're gonna be successful in our own way, and it's gonna be fine. So yeah, that's me. Anyway, our opponents put a Giratina in the active. That means, to me, that they're not going to win this game, because they're going to knock out this Palkia. I'm going to promote a Blastoise, and I mean, they rock sand, but we've drawn into a research. So I'm happy to just use the research and draw a bunch of cards here. All we need to do is find 2 energy, and we will win the game. 2 energy means that we can attack for 280 with Blastoise EX, and not many decks can do that. In fact, Giratina is one of the only ones that can do it. Blastoise EX being able to take big knockouts really sets it apart from other Pokemon EX. The only other one that really does the same kind of thing is Charizard, really. And Charizard is just on a different planet when it comes to the amount of damage that it deals. So here's the Mirage Gate. We're going to see a Lost Impact, you would assume. They were lost on a Psychic and the Jet and leave themselves the opportunity to use Star Requiem. If they use Star Requiem next turn, then they will win the game. And that is why we just have to draw into a single copy of Energy Retrieval, or Superior Energy Retrieval, or 2 energies, or something along those lines. We will be able to do it. Let's Nest Ball. We're going to put 2 benched Pokemon. I mean, we might... No, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna commit. We're gonna Nest Ball double Pokemon. In our deck there are 20 cards. We're gonna draw 7 of them, and we need 1 of them to be a way to get energy back from the discard pile. Or we could just draw into 2 energies. Raw. We're gonna use Twin Cannons. We hadn't used this attack for the entire game, but now it does exactly what I said it would do. 280 damage, knocking out the Giratina VSTAR, taking our last prize. and that just shows off how strong Blastoise can be. A very, very good deck, one that I thoroughly enjoyed playing, and hopefully you enjoy it too. Thank you for watching. Like always, subscribe, like, comment. I will catch you all next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.